There's a question that echoes in the private corners of the internet, buried in late-night search histories and whispered in quiet conversations. It's a question surrounded by myths, anxiety, and a mountain of misinformation. What really happens to your body, specifically your prostate, if you masturbate every single day? The rumors you've read online may have warned you it's dangerous, that it causes damage, inflammation, or worse. The fear-mongering is real, but what does modern science actually say? Today, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I promise, it's genuinely shocking and almost certainly not what you've been led to believe. Stay with me, because you won't want to miss this. To really understand the shocking reality, we first need to meet the main player here, the prostate itself. So, what exactly is it? Put simply, the prostate is a small, walnut-sized gland that's part of the male reproductive system. Its main role is to produce the fluid that nourishes and carries sperm. That's semen. It sits just below the bladder and in front of the rectum. For such a small gland, it plays a big role in men's health, especially as you get older. And because it's so important, it's also the source of a lot of worry. You've probably heard the claims, the myths that float around locker rooms and internet forums, that frequent masturbation wears out the prostate, causes chronic inflammation known as prostatitis, or even the one thing men fear most, that it could somehow increase your risk of prostate cancer. These fears are understandable. Prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers in men, and anything that might influence that risk is taken very seriously. For decades, these fears went largely unchallenged, passed down as old wives' tales or moral warnings disguised as health advice. But then, researchers at one of the world's most prestigious universities decided to stop guessing. They set out to put these myths to the test with a massive long-term scientific study, and what they discovered didn't just challenge the myths, it blew them out of the water. It changed the entire conversation about masturbation and prostate health forever. So what's the shocking truth? What did science finally reveal? The landmark study I'm talking about came out of a place you've definitely heard of, Harvard University, specifically the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. And this wasn't a small survey. They tracked nearly 32,000 men for almost 2 decades, meticulously recording their lifestyles and health outcomes. One of the main data points they looked at was ejaculation frequency. And when they crunched the numbers, the results were jaw-dropping. Here's what they found. Men who ejaculated more frequently had a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Let me say that again, because it's worth repeating. More frequent ejaculation was linked to a lower risk of prostate cancer. The numbers were clear and dramatic. Men who ejaculated 21 or more times per month had up to a 33% lower risk compared to men who only ejaculated 4 to 7 times monthly. This flipped the old fears completely on their head. Far from harmful, the evidence pointed to a powerful protective effect. And it wasn't a fluke. These findings were supported by other research too, including a major Australian study that showed a similar protective link. So the big question is why? How could something so simple have such a profound impact on prostate health? Scientists have several strong theories, and they all make a lot of sense. The first and most popular is often called the prostate stagnation hypothesis. Picture the ducts of your prostate like tiny pipes. The theory suggests that regular ejaculation helps flush those pipes out, clearing away old cells, built-up secretions, and potentially harmful substances or carcinogens before they can linger, trigger inflammation, and spark the cellular changes that lead to cancer. In other words, it's your body's natural cleaning mechanism. A second theory revolves around cellular health. Each time a cell divides, there's a small chance of a genetic error, a mutation that can lead to cancer. The idea here is that frequent ejaculation encourages a healthier cycle of cell renewal, helping the prostate replace old, potentially damaged cells with fresh, healthy ones more efficiently, reducing the chance of cancerous growth. And a third idea ties into stress and inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a major risk factor for many cancers. Ejaculation is linked to a release of tension and lower stress levels. By reducing psychological stress, you may also reduce the body's inflammatory response, creating a healthier internal environment for the prostate. Put it all together, and the science paints a clear picture. Regular ejaculation, whether through sex or masturbation, appears to play a significant role in maintaining prostate health by flushing the system, supporting healthy cellular turnover, and potentially lowering inflammation. It's a powerful combination. Of course, science is amazing at revealing long-term health patterns, but I know for many of you watching, the concern isn't just about the future. It's about the frustrating symptoms you might be dealing with right now. Waking up multiple times a night, that constant feeling you can't fully empty your bladder, or a weak stream that just won't improve. If that sounds familiar, I want to pause for a moment and share something important. There's a fascinating video presentation that reveals a powerful prostate solution based on a rare Asian remedy that targets the root cause of these exact symptoms, which researchers describe as a hidden prostate blockage. It's designed to bring fast relief. Point your phone's camera at the QR code on screen to watch, or click the direct link I've pinned in the comments below. All right, back to the bigger picture. At this point, you might be thinking, so ejaculation is a magic bullet? A guaranteed way to prevent prostate cancer? Not exactly. It's important to be responsible here. The Harvard study shows a strong correlation, but correlation doesn't always equal direct causation. It's possible that men with higher ejaculation frequency also tend to have other healthy lifestyle habits, and it's that combination that drives the reduced risk. The takeaway is this: ejaculation frequency is probably an important piece of the prostate health puzzle, but it's not the whole puzzle. Think of it as a powerful tool in your toolbox, but not the only one. Diet plays a huge role. Diets rich in fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats are linked to better prostate health. Lycopene-rich foods like tomatoes, watermelon, and grapefruit are especially helpful. Green tea and omega-3s from fish are also great additions. Exercise matters too. Staying active helps maintain a healthy weight, and obesity is a known risk factor for aggressive prostate cancer. Just 30 minutes of moderate activity most days can make a big difference. Avoid smoking, limit alcohol, and, most importantly, be proactive. Regular medical checkups and screenings, especially for men over 40 or 50 or with a family history of prostate cancer, are essential. So, let's circle back to our original shocking question. What does daily masturbation do to your prostate? The unbelievable truth, backed by top-level science, is this. Far from being the harmful act that myths and fears made it out to be, it may actually be one of the simplest, most natural things you can do to support long-term prostate health. It's not a cure-all, and it's no replacement for a healthy lifestyle and regular checkups. But the evidence is compelling. A healthy sex life, including masturbation, looks more like a partner than an enemy in the fight for prostate health. If you found value in this video and want to see more myths busted with real science, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Make sure you're subscribed and have tapped the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. And now, I want to hear from you. What other men's health myths have you heard that you'd like us to investigate next? Drop them in the comments below. Stay healthy, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you never miss an update, and share this video with someone who needs to hear the truth. Stay healthy, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.